What's going on, guys? We are back with another Opus 14 card of the week, and this time we have Bismarck. Last week they didn't give us one, so they had to give us a big one this time. So it is Bismarck. Let's get into some of this flavor text. Ruler of the clouds, worshipped by the Vanu Vanu, folklore tells of a legendary white whale said to swim in the sea of the clouds as if they were the waters of the Rotono. According to the Vanu legend, however, Bismarck led their ancestors to the floating islands. With waves of fury, he purges his domain of those who would do his followers harm. Okay, seems good. We have Tim this time to talk about it. So let's get straight into this card. When a character is returned from the field to its owner's hand, draw a card. This effect will only trigger once per turn. At the end of each of your turns, choose up to one wind character you control, return it to its owner's hand. Dull one active wind forward. Choose a forward, deal it 2,000 damage. Okay, a couple of things to break down here. Obviously, 14 primal, 5 drop, 9k. So first off, I actually want to bring up that I don't think. Well, let me rephrase. I wasn't able to find a Bismarck Lord of the Mist in the chapter series, so I'm not actually sure there was one. You know, if you've been keeping up with me on the, on my spoilers and stuff, my spoiler videos, then you'd know I've been. As long as we get one, I would compare and contrast the differences between like the old chapters ones and the newer ones for the opuses, right? Well, turns out I couldn't find this one, so I don't think it exists. So this is all brand new. Like this one's all on its own, something created just for our game. So first of all, that's very interesting. Next, we can break down this card and how to use some of it. So when a character, forward or backup from either side apparently, is returned to its owner's hand, you will draw a card. Okay. At the end of each of your turns, choose a win character and you control, return it to its owner's hand. So you'll get something back, and then you can draw cards. So if you haven't done that at the end of this turn, and then you can duel your forwards to deal damage. Some of the things that come to mind are going to be, like bringing back Lock, because that's what Ice and Windex are doing right now, just abusing the heck out of Lock because he's able to do so much. I'm sure there's other things. At the end of the turn, choose a wind character you control. Yeah, so definitely Lock, right? I was going to go into other colors right now, but the wind restriction is well, it is what it is, right? You have to play it wind. Ochu is probably another good one, the monster. Right? Because when he comes in, doesn't he do stuff? Activates backups or something like that. So I don't know. I think there's monsters here or some other good stuff. I'm also definitely thinking the white mage, the newest white mage that lets you, if you've casted 3 things, you can activate backups. So there's a lot of potential there for crazy plays. Tim goes on to talk about other stuff, like some of the cards that he might use. Althea is a good one, yes. Being able to recur Fina and Bartz. Activate all wing characters you control. Yeah, I can see that. So you can, take advantage of the 2000 dulling. Yeah, being able to ping stuff off is going to be very nice. Being is that 2 reasons, right? One, we're not seeing a lot of Mimu-based effects like, damage reduction or things like that, as well as Wind already has the ability to reactivate a ton of stuff. So you're going to be able to duel. Let's say you have a full board, right? 5 forwards, 5 backups. You can duel all your backups. Duel all your forwards. That's 10k to something, or 8 and 6, however you want to distribute, right? However many forwards your opponent has, and then you can, if previously you brought back the Barts or you did something, activate all wing characters you can do. You can play him to activate all your forwards and backups again. You have things like Diabolos that does the same thing. So there's a lot of ways to take advantage of that, or the Fina, right? That's what he's getting at. You can choose to deal 5k to everything and activate all your backups. So then after that, you'll just duel stuff to ping off whatever's necessary. And then I think, Pandemonium also activates things. And then at this point, you're already casting multiple cards, which lets you, play the other ones, right? Alexander and the White Mage, like I was talking about. Just a lot of interesting combos there. And here he goes on to talk about more Barts for your backups, Lock like we mentioned. Riku's also a good one. Enters the field, activate all the forwards you control. And then Miyun. Oh, definitely Miyun and Zidane. Being able to recur Zidanes on multiple turns, especially with I don't think the new Zidane so much, but the classic confiscation one is gonna be good. And he talks about a couple other ways to bring back forwards too, like Leviathan summons and stuff like that. We definitely are going to see this card be played. Now, I don't remember exactly what Garuda does right now, and I'm not going to pull it up just yet, because that's going to be for, the Winter Primal deck discussion once we start talking about that stuff. But, yeah, I definitely think he might work well with Garuda, and if the backups work like the Sahajin one red, as long as you control Wind forward job Primal, then you can use these effects. Then being able to play both of them in the same turn in the same deck is very, very, very valuable at that point, right? Because you'll be able to maximize those effects. I like his effects. I think he's very strong. I think my final thoughts for him is that he's actually going to be able to open up really big plays like OTKs and loops. Because you're going to have so many resources available to you on a turn. And then if you have a way to send stuff back on your opponent's turn, then you'll be able to draw more. And then there's just all these cards you're going to have at once, right? Just remember, like, the thing is that you have to have 5 at the end of your turn. So if you do send something back, right, because it says choose up to 1 wind, you do not have to resolve that effect if you've already drawn this turn. But if you do, you're going to have to draw, you're going to get a card back and then draw, right? So even if you're playing as conservatively as possible, you'll end up with 7 cards in hand, which means you'll have to pitch stuff, which you don't want. So you would have to play the forwards and then end up with at least 3, so you can recur something back and then draw the card to leave you at 5 for next turn. When you draw, you'll be at 7, right? And at 7, when you have 7 cards and you already have control of a board with all these effects, you're going to be able to do crazy things. Those are my thoughts. We can go into talk about this picture. Yeah, so here we have Susano, Ifrit, Garuda, Leviathan revealed. And now we're going to plop these in here. And those are the ones we are missing. So my predictions for the next ones are going to be Shiva, Ramu, Titan, Odin, and Bahamut, right? I don't think we're going to get a light one, but if we do, we'll see what it is. Let me know what you guys think. This card is going to be good. What are some of the crazy plays, some of the recurring cards you guys are thinking of? Are you excited for Primal still? Do you think the meta is going to go into a what Primal are you kind of playing deck? These are all the questions I have in my head. So if you guys have those too, what are your thoughts? Thanks for listening, everybody. This is also finally I forgot that he goes in to say that this is the last card of the week. So we will this will conclude the card of the week series for Opus 14, the Crystal Abyss. We are gonna finish up. My thoughts are I'm gonna finish up a spoiler video also, since we only have a few weeks before the set, and then I will probably skip this. If I do a set review, it'll just be the legendaries and the stuff we haven't seen. Some of the stuff we haven't seen, like the legendaries that we haven't seen mostly. If I do it, don't expect that one. But mostly I think I'm just gonna focus on making deck profiles for the new set, since we've already covered so much of the cards. Unless you guys want a set review, just put it in the comments, please. Like, help me out, help me decide where to put the time in for you guys. Also, if you didn't know, we did have a exclusive spoiler for I guess the channel or me, so I want to thank Square for that. But if I was able to stream it on Twitch, so if you guys haven't followed me on Twitch, please make sure to check the description for the link to all my social. You can follow me there to stay in touch with stuff like that, so you don't miss it. Thanks for listening. Yeah, this card is gonna be fun. I'll see you guys next time.